I wanted adventure. I wanted fun. But what I got? Growth, discomfort. A lot of nights where I didn't know who I was anymore. Studying abroad didn't fix me, but it changed me. What I wish I knew before studying abroad in Japan. Study abroad is a product. It's not reality. You're not living regularly. Your time is curated by program administrators to give you the best experience possible. They handle your orientation, they handle your visa, and they sometimes even handle sightseeing for you. And because you're in college, you already have built-in relationships through clubs and classes. You probably won't be working during your program, which means you'll have more time for fun, but less exposure to what life is like when you're balancing responsibilities. And if you ever come back to the country you studied in, you'll realize that your first experience was just a focused representation of that culture. Academics tend to be much easier than at home, especially from the perspective of international students. American universities tend to rank higher on average globally in terms of academic rigor. In Japan, college is seen as a break from the pressures of high school, and students may experience a more relaxed academic environment as a result. Japanese universities are known for being more relaxed, and it's often said that college in Japan is a time for play. If you study abroad in Japan, you'll likely be in the international department, separate from the departments enrolling Japanese students. And the staff in this department know that you're adjusting to the new environment, so they'll likely lighten the academic load. What accommodation you choose matters a lot. It might make or break your experience. I spent 6 months with a host family in Kyoto, and it was a multi-generational family, two parents, two kids, two grandparents, and a dog. And the father of that family was incredibly kind, and it changed my life. Some of my friends weren't so lucky. One of my friends had a host family that barely spoke to them, and another had a strict household that made them feel unwelcomed. So host family experiences are a dice roll. After that, I lived in an international dorm, half Japanese students, half international students. It was chaos, but that's what I wanted at the time. And I made really good friends and had some wild experiences that I would not trade. It can get seriously lonely. I remember crying on the train, summer hit, all my friends had left. I was alone on the Japanese archipelago. You don't realize how much you crave connection until nobody speaks your language. I found relief in activities that didn't require words. I joined a dance crew. I went to the dance studio. I met amazing people. Try martial arts or anything where language isn't a barrier. And then there's culture shock. It really isn't what you think. I expected something magical, like I'd be zapped by some cultural electricity. Instead, I was irritated and sad. I would listen to rap music and imagine shoving people out of my way at the crosswalk. I was just annoyed and I was a grumbly critic. I complained about the food, the lack of Mexican restaurants, how even Italian food felt wrong. But I came for a difference, didn't I? It'll probably be the highlight of your college experience. Of everything I did in college, study abroad changed me the most. I went from reading about Japan in books to realizing how wrong my assumptions were. It broke my cultural bubble. I questioned my values. I saw how much I'd been chasing American definitions of success. Living abroad helped me shed those lies. It's not as expensive or as cheap as you might think. Yes, flights and living expenses are high, but compared to US tuition, it might actually be cheaper, especially with the weak yen right now. And your university might actually offer creative financing options. Mine did, and all I had to do was pay my home institution, and they handled the rest. Study abroad in Japan did not go how I expected, but I'm really glad I went. And if you're planning your own study abroad trip, here's one thing that matters way more than most people think: where you go. Not all universities in Japan are created equal. Some are internationally known, some are tiny and local, some will put you in a bubble so thick you'll barely meet a Japanese person. In my next video, I'll break down the different types of Japanese universities you can study abroad at and how to choose the best one that's right for you. So if you're serious about studying abroad in Japan, don't miss it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if this hit home or reminded you of your own experience, drop a comment. I'd love to hear what you wish you knew before you went. Thanks for watching and see you next time.